Hello, Cardinals. Welcome back to the first episode of the year. Happy New Year's, Cardinals. We hope you had a great break, and I see good things coming in 2025, so stay tuned. I'm your host, Anaya, and welcome back to the episode 7 recap. Today we got a lot of fun things to talk about, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the announcement. Did you know that today is National Rubber Ducky Day? This day originated from a Sesame Street calendar in 1973, referring to the character Rubber Ducky, who was the best friend of Ernie, of whom even has a whole song about it. Rubber Ducky was introduced in Sesame Street in 1970 alongside Ernie. Don't forget, Cardinals, tutoring's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. every week. We also have the Be Here, Succeed Here attendance contest for the Celtics tickets going on. So be here and succeed here, Cardinals. Cardinal climate. For Monday, we have a high of 42 and a low of 29. For Tuesday, we have a high of 32 and a low of 21. For Wednesday, high of 28 and a low of 15. For Thursday, high of 29 and a low of 22. For Friday, high of 39 and a low of 31. For weather, today will be cloudy, but all but Thursday will be sunny until our slightly cloudy Thursday arrives. Next up, we have sports. And on January 14th, we have boys and girls basketball. The former for junior varsity and varsity happening 4 o'clock p.m. and 5 o'clock p.m. And swimming at St. Mary High School at 4 o'clock p.m. And on Thursday the 16th, the boys and the girls basketball, junior varsity and varsity are up against Tech Boston at 4 o'clock p.m. for junior varsity and 5:30 p.m. for varsity. And on the 17th, the girls varsity basketball will face off against Brighton High School at 4 o'clock p.m. Play your hardest, Cardinals! Cardinal trivia! Martin Luther King Jr. lived in Boston, but did you know where? A. Dorchester, B. Roxbury, C. Jamaica Plain, or D. Downtown. If you said Roxbury, you'd be right. Martin Luther King Jr. lived at 397 Massachusetts Avenue, which, by the way, is a 13-minute drive away from Madison Park Technical Vocational High School. We have the King's actual birthday. Of course, who else would I be talking about? It's none other than the King himself. Martin Luther King Jr., his birthday is on the 15th, but we will be celebrating the holiday on Monday, January 20th. Everyone here hopefully knows Martin Luther King Jr., but if you don't know him, he is one of the greatest activists and most well-known in history of history. Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights activist that only did peaceful protests. He fought for the freedom of African Americans. His most famous speech is his I Have a Dream, which took place on August 28, 1963, during the Washington March that represented a call for equality and freedom and became one of the most defining moments of civil rights movement. Unfortunately, Martin Luther King Jr. met his early demise when he was assassinated, but the things he did and the activism he was behind had already sent shockwaves through the community and was one of the most important parts of U.S. history. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. And here's an additional quote to honor him. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in the moment of comfort and inconvenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Finally, for our quote of the week, we have one from Walt Disney. Our greatest natural resource is the minds of our children. And that about wraps it up, Cardinals. Once again, Happy New Year, Happy National Rubber Duck Day, and finally, Happy Birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. We'll see you next time, Cardinals. Fly high.